Alright, good evening guys. Once again, this is Jerry Domingo, Specialty Finance Manager, owner ng Pinoy Car Talk 101 sa Facebook, and partner ng Honda dito sa Edmonton, Alberta. So we all know this video was coming. I was actually doing some studying sa dalawang sakyan na to kasi these are pretty much the most common comparison ng dalawang family SUV ng Toyota at Honda. And I have a great opportunity now because of my client na si Kuya Clint to feature Toyota's latest and greatest ika nga na family SUV, which is yung Highlander in its highest trim level, which is yung Platinum. So I figured let's do a Facebook Live video, comparing itong dalawang sasakyan na to. So para sa mga nagsha-shopping ngayon at para sa mga hindi familiar sa dalawang sasakyan na to, which is very unlikely naman sa ating mga Pilipino, ito pinaka-top na brand natin palagi. We are looking at the 2020 Honda Pilot Touring trim level, which is here on the right side, yung kulay gray. And on the left side, we are looking at the 2020 redesigned Toyota Highlander Platinum. So we have two vehicles here, both of the highest trim level, right? Now, there is a higher trim level when it comes to Honda Pilot. We do have the Honda Pilot Black Edition. But mainly aesthetics lang kasi yung difference nun. So, I'm comparing the two sa dalawa with the Touring versus the Platinum. So, for many of us sa ating kultura, sa ating mga Pilipino, when we think of family vehicles, we usually think the Highlander and then the Pilot ng Honda, which is obviously understandable. However, looking at these two models now, you're gonna see na ang laki ng diferensya nila. So para sa mga di nakakaalam, the 2020 Highlander was redesigned just this year. So this is a just fresh off the press, ika nga, bagong-bago siya. Itong redesign na ito, right? And it's very different kumpara doon sa mga previous year's models na medyo mas chunky, mas mataba. If you look at this one here, mas slim. Mas slim yung itsura niya. Let's look around the vehicle. Tingnan nyo. Diba? Mas slim yung itsura niya, hindi siya ganun ka-chunky, hindi siya ganun ka-bulky tulad nung previous years ng mga Highlander, no. Actually, to be honest with you guys, completely honest with you guys, yung front design niya from the side, taking away yung 20-inch na rims, yung pagka-flat nung front, pagkahaba nung harapan niya nung uso, actually reminds me a lot of the CX-9, the Mazda CX-9, right? Before kasi the Highlander and the Pilot, very similar yung kanilang hoods, right? Very roundish in design with a more streamlined, more slimmer in the front. This reminds me more of the CX-9 from the side, right? However, yung comparison sila will actually pretty much end there because we are doing the Pilot versus the Highlander after all. So, just some basic stuff, guys. So, both of them are family SUVs. Yung Touring namin, meron dalawang options. Merong 8-seater tsaka may 7-seater. The Toyota Highlander also has a 7-seater tsaka 8-seater na option. The 8-seater would be in the limited, 7-seater will bump you up to Platinum. While sa Honda Pilot naman, when it comes to Touring, it's both available 7 tsaka 8-seater configuration. Both of them run a 3.5-liter V6 engine, right? Regularly aspirated, so no need for the premium fuel for these ones here. However, one thing that I'm gonna note though, for 2020, with the retweaked engine output ng Highlander, the Highlander actually has a higher horsepower output kumpara sa Pilot for the 2020 year. I believe it is 298 or 295. Let me just double check my facts. Blah blah blah. We're looking at 295 horsepower on the Highlander and 280 on the Pilot for 2020. So higher horsepower on the retweaked Toyota Highlander. Something you're gonna notice with the RAV4 as well. If you're comparing both the RAV4 versus the CRV, horsepower output-wise, the RAV4 is at 205 and the CRV is at 184, if I remember correctly. So Toyota retweaked yung engines nila for a higher horsepower output, right? So same thing for these ones here. But mechanically speaking, they're both 3.5-liter V6 na mga engines. So really good for when you do use the vehicle for what it's meant for, which is yung family talaga. So let's take a look dun sa Pilot muna. So if you look at the front fascia ng Pilot, right? Not much has changed 2019, 2020 design-wise. You still get the nice LED headlights. You got the fog lamps, right? You got the Honda sensing technology, safety technology yon. Turn signal lights dito. Yung design ng wheels niya. Parang sabi ko nga, for 2020, meron kami tinatawag na Black Edition ng Pilot, which is technically a trim higher than the Touring, pero same features lang na naman sila. Styling options lang magkaiba. So as you can see, yung pagka-round niya, right, iba yung look kumpara dun sa gilid ng Highlander kanina. Even sa likod. If you look sa likod niya, right, more rounded sa Pilot, whereas the Highlander is more slim, right? This makes a very dynamic look actually, yung pagkakadesign nila dito. Even sa design ng tail lights, as you can see there, right? Slim seems to be the name of the game for Toyota for 2020. See? Same sa likod nung sa Pilot, magkaiba sila. This one does say the Platinum. I don't know, for me this one looks a bit classier, so opinion ko lang. But if you look here, let's compare yung space sa likuran. So ito yung likod nung Highlander, right? So you can see, very nice. I got the seats here folded. Hindi ko naman sila kailangan na maya sa biyahe. And then let's look dun sa Pilot. I want you guys to make your own assumptions, make your own configurations. I'm not here to tell you which one is better than the other. I want you guys to decide for yourself which one is the better option for you and your family. So ito naman yung configuration ng sa Pilot. So I have the seats here up. So I'm gonna put this down para makita nyo yung itsura niya pag naka-fold siya. So yan yung itsura sa likod ng ating Pilot Touring. Ito naman yung sa ating Toyota Highlander. So for me, this looks a lot more slimmer. Space-wise, parang hindi siya ganun kalaki, pero it's just a matter of perception, right? Kasi nga, this is a more slimmer vehicle design-wise kumpara dito sa Pilot. Right? So both of them, yung kanilang spare tire nasa ilalim ng sasakyan. So both of them also have the power liftgate. So I'm gonna close this up. And we're gonna close this one up as well. Punta naman tayo ngayon sa passenger side sa gitna. So I picked these ones out kasi yung mga anak ko lumalaki na. So if ever magpapalit ako ng sasakyan, I like yung option nung 7-seater with the captain seats sa gitna. There's more accessibility for families with young kids going sa third row tsaka sa middle row kasi laluluksuhan mo lang to kumpara kung third row, full na row ito. So ito yung sa loob ng Pilot. So again, all the modern amenities are there, right? You got the heated seats, you got your charging ports, you got your headphone jacks there. The DVD player ng Pilot is over here sa taas. There you go. So you do get two pairs of wireless headphones para sa mga anak ninyo kung gagamit sila. Very nice. Perforated leather as well. Captain seat designs. You got the side visors here as well. Now, let's look naman dun sa Highlander. Sa Highlander, same configuration pero yung design ng upuan niya kita niya magkaiba, right? If you look at this design here ng sa Highlander, it looks almost like para siyang pillow, para siyang cushion, right? High-end na kutsyon, parang ganon. It's very nice. It also has the perforated leather, parang yung sa Pilot, right? Ay, Kuya Clint, kung nanonood ka, I got you the winter mats as well for the Highlander. You're welcome. So same thing ng Pilot, you do have the 2 charging ports here as well, right? You got your heated seats for the kids sitting here kasi manuupo sa likuran. Oops, sorry. So yan siya. Now, if you're gonna notice, one thing na wala dito, na meron yung sa Pilot is overhead DVD player. Walang overhead na DVD player yung Platinum na Highlander. But you do get a nice panoramic sunroof. Diba? It's very luxurious ang bagong Highlander natin for this year. Especially if you jump up to the Platinum. It also has the window visors. Parang yung sa touring ng Pilot. Dito meron din siya. Now, just want to point something out. Yung windows ng Highlander hindi po normally ganito ka-dark. Pinatint ko ito para kay Kuya Clint. So naka-limo tint yan kasi we were going for the classy look nga, which is the black on black with the limo tint na black. Talagang executive tignan. Okay? Now, I want to point something out here in the Pilot as well, guys. Yung sa Pilot naman, you also get the panoramic sunroof. Iba nga lang yung setup niya. Hindi siya yung buong-buong sunroof sa likod ba, yung buong bubong. So you do get this. This is a sunroof here, right? And then you have your other sunroof there sa harapan. Now, punta naman tayo sa driver's side nung Highlander. So as you can see here, as I mentioned before, and you guys saw the video last week, still classy, still very luxurious. You still got the power seats, programmable seats here. The nice wood grain trim, right? Black on black leather. You have the automatic headlights, right? You got your heated steering wheel, power liftgate, rain sensing wipers. This is where I think the Highlander wins. Kasi yung setup ng kanyang display, it looks really good. Sa opinion ko lang. It looks really good. Even yung kanyang bigger screen here. You got your GPS, you got your controls there, right? You got your different drive modes as well. This here is an electronic rear view mirror. Hindi siya yung old school na rear view mirror, right? So lots of really nice design cues dito sa Highlander. You can actually tell na Toyota put a lot of care in redesigning yung sakyan nila for 2020. Especially if you jump up to the highest trim level, no? Parang sabi ko nga dito. You still get your leather wrap steering wheel, of course the Bluetooth controls and all that stuff, lane departure alert, rear cross traffic alert, right? Yung adaptive cruise control mo, meron ka rin. Again, the modern features, right? JBL sound system on the Toyota. You got your 360-degree view, the backup camera, and of course traditional backup camera din dito. For your navigation, you have this here. So a nice bigger screen for that one. Key wireless charging is over here. Extra storage is here. Now let's look naman in comparison dun sa Pilot. If you go sa Pilot naman, so as you can see, you also get the power seats, programmable seats. It doesn't have the same level no wood grain trim. You do get this nice little trim here, but not as fancy yung look kumpara dun sa Highlander, right? Going inside, so you can tell yung differences niya dito. Bit of a smaller screen, right? And display on the Pilot kumpara dun sa Highlander. Even the setup here, right? Sa gauges dito, iba rin siya. Just like the Highlander, you still get your adaptive cruise control, you still get your lane departure warning, you get the heated steering wheel, heated seats, rear, yung parking sensors mo, rear cross traffic alert, the econ button, right, for the fuel economy. So features wise, very similar sila. Of course, there's gonna be significant changes dun sa Highlander. Of course, given the fact na it's freshly redesigned, right? But functionality-wise, kita nyo naman yung differences nila. So, I have to admit, no, mas fancy tignan yung loob ng Highlander kumpara sa Pilot. But I do like the fact na it has overhead DVD. Kung may mga bata ka maliliit. Ito yung kanyang DVD Blu-ray player there. Heated tsaka cooling seats na meron din dun sa Highlander. Now as for the backup camera. So yan siya. So you don't necessarily get the 360 degree view para yung sa Toyota, but you do get an indication of where the sensors are. So you have a lot of sensors, right? Pag nagba-backup ka. One thing then na malaking difference for a lot of drivers is yung knobs niya dito, right? Very unconventional, right? Wala ka na ikakambyo. It's all push buttons now. Push yung park, push yung reverse, neutral, drive, sport mode, right? So this might get a lot to get used to para sa maraming tao. You have your wireless charging here as well. Space-wise, mas malaki ito, right? You can put a lot more stuff in here kumpara sa isa. But, as you can see, very similar sila in features. Let's go back dun sa Highlander. So just in case you forgot what it looks like on the inside. Diba? Oh, dito yung sa Highlander. Okay ba siya? The interior of this reminds me a lot of the CX-9 na higher trim levels ng mga CX-9, right? Of course, mixed with the Toyota sensibilities, right? Lots of great design cues. So, which one is better sa kanilang dalawa? Right? Well, the better one po is syempre yung kaya ng budget ninyo, yung ma-afford ninyo. That's where the Honda Pilot kind of wins out, right? Because the Honda Pilot, I believe, based on looking at the prices kanina, is actually $2,000 cheaper kumpara dun sa Highlander. And of course, don't expect the Highlander, the redesigned Highlander, to be mura, right? Simple business concept, guys. Toyota spent a lot of time, money, funding to redesign their vehicle. Of course, they're gonna try to recoup it, right? Try nang bawiin yun. So don't expect to pay like 200 bi-weekly for a Toyota Highlander na brand new, no? But as you can see, very different. Very distinctly different yung designs nila, right? Features and offerings as well. I personally think I like yung Highlander. It has a more of a classier feel. Maybe if you have kids who are around the teenage years now, you won't need a DVD player. That is a very luxurious vehicle to have, sa opinion ko. If you're looking for more functionality, if you have little smaller children, right? For example, the presence of the DVD, right? The overhead DVD is a big help para sa mga parents na mahilig mag-long driving, right? Which meron dito. And of course, yung design nito mas malaki sa kumpara sa Highlander. So it's really gonna come down to a matter of what you like better, right? So there's no this is better than that. Yes, the Highlander does have a higher horsepower output, pero the Honda Pilot has a bigger fuel tank, right? So how does that apply to you? Well, depends on your lifestyle. Kaya po napaka-importante, pag bibili kayo ng sasakyan, to always determine yung needs, yung wants, and then figure out yung budget after. Napakarami kasi naghahanap ng sasakyan, parang ginagawang nakamalengke lang ng t-shirt sa palengke, or gulay, or makarne, magkano to. Pag titingin po kayo ng ganito klase mga sasakyan, naman nasa mga $50,000, $55,000 mahigit, hindi po siya a matter of price na at that point. It's a matter of which one fits your lifestyle better. Honda and Toyota are the number 1, number 2 Asian brands sa kultura natin, right? And I am happy na I can I have the freedom to sell both. Kung ano magustuhan ng kliyente ko, anong magustuhan ng anong aprobahan ng bangko sa atin. So I do have that freedom. Hindi po kayo kailangan ma-concern kung ano meron sa lote or kung ano lang available. So, with that being said, summer is almost here. Marami sa atin nag-iisip na magpalit ng family vehicles. These are two of the top trim levels ng top 2 Japanese brands in the world. We have the Honda Pilot Touring and the Toyota Highlander Platinum. Which one will fit you guys' budget? Which one will work for your family? You know, I hope the video can nakatulong kahit paano yung video. Makita nyo yung mga differences nila. Guys, I just want to point something out. Very typical sa ating mga Pilipino, yung mahilig sa mechanical stuff. I don't go into mechanical differences sa mga videos ko. I'm more about practicality. Mas practical ito, then we're gonna work on this. Right? Hindi tayo titingin sa base, wheelbase, length, and all that stuff. Doon tayo sa kung ano yung practical na magagamit mong information sa pang-araw-araw na buhay mo. So if you're one of those guys na, mas malaki yung wheelbase nito, yung differential nito, ganito, ganun. I'm not for you guys, right? I'm not for you guys, I'm more about practicality. I'm a family man myself. I have 3 kids, right? 3 boys and myself. So I always go for a vehicle na kung ano yung mas komportable yung mga anak ko. Not into the whole mechanical stuff, right? Save that for the WRX and the Lancers and all that stuff. But yeah, sorry we got a bit distracted there, but I hope nagustuhan niyo yung video. It's a very simple video, but at least something for you guys to watch, right? For example, kausap mo si Mrs., kausap mo si Mr., right? O gusto mo pa itang asakyan, tingnan mo itong video na ginawa ni Jerry, meron siyang basic na video comparing yung Honda Pilot versus yung Toyota Highlander para at least magkaroon kayo ng idea. Kasi ito yung mga bagay na kailangan pinag-uusapan ng mga mag-asawa or mag-partner or mag-jowa, right? Straight, LGBT, whatever, bago bumili ng asakyan. Right? Ano yung itsura ng asakyan, ano yung differences nila, right? Ano ba yung mas maganda para sa pamilya natin, yun ang kailangan yung pag-usapan bago kayo mag-further research and further budget, further plan out yung finances. Okay, so let's take one last look, guys. This is the 2020 Honda Pilot Touring 7-seater option. And this is the Toyota 2020 Highlander Platinum Edition. Yes, I know it's raining, right? But that's just what we do, right? You guys know that. Rain or shine, snow. There you go. Kung interesado po kayo sa ganitong mga klaseng sasakyan, right? The main question you should be asking is, magkano ba sa budget ko, hindi magkano yung sasakyan? I'll do another video on that later. I'm gonna do the whole breakdown of the math again, right? Para sa mga hindi nakakaintindi, I'll do a mathematical breakdown again mamaya. Kasi I still keep getting inquiries from people, magkano yung sasakyan na ito, magkano yung ganito, right? So let's look at that in a deeper video later. But otherwise, guys, 2020 Toyota Highlander, 2020 Honda Pilot. Once again, my name is Jerry Domingo, Specialty Finance Manager, owner ng Pinoy Car Talk 101 sa Facebook, part ng Wheaton Honda dito sa Edmonton, Alberta. Kuya Clint, if you're watching this, as you can see, the tint is done, na-undercoat na rin yung sasakyan. I will see you tomorrow. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much. It's been a busy week. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for watching the videos. And hopefully, I'll get to meet more of you guys as spring and summer comes along. Saskatchewan, right? Matulog tayo. Hopefully, magising tayo ulit. Looking forward to go back to Saskatchewan. Vancouver, Victoria. Hoping to meet you guys there as well.